Hello, welcome to the showcase. My name is Shaun Martin and I'd like to tell you today about my show. I started this probably 7 to 8 months ago with not knowing that I would get the success that is happening so far. The showcase is all about entertainers. So when you look at the word entertainers, it's such a broad range. You've got actors, singers, comedians, dancers, magicians, everything to do with entertainment. And it's very interesting. Now, we all go to a club or a pub or a theatre or an event to watch artists. We see them on stage performing at their best and everybody enjoys it, hopefully, if they're your type of entertainment. But what you don't see is the outside. You don't see what an entertainer has to do before they get on stage. And sometimes it can be very challenging. Buying equipment isn't cheap. Buying costumes isn't cheap. If you're a solo actor or duo, buying backing tracks isn't cheap. Traveling to the gigs nowadays, you have to have a decent vehicle, spend a lot of money on fuel, depending on how far you go. Some people have to stay overnight. Years ago, 20, 30 years ago, there was places called pro digs, which was private venues for entertainers and performers, which I'm going to do a show on. However, moving on, you don't see them arriving at the gig after a 2 or 3 hour drive, sometimes a lot more, setting up their equipment when there's nobody there, hanging around to do their show. Then when you've all gone home and gone to bed, the entertainers are packing up, driving home. It's not easy, and there are lots and lots of stories in between. For example, whether you had a good night, whether you had a bad night, whether you had an accident, hopefully you didn't, whether something happened, whether something prevented you from getting home, something prevented you from getting to the gig, something happened at the gig. There are lots of stories. Now, a lot of entertainers have achieved their success. Now, I call success where you earn money from performing. That's success. You know, you go to a club, it's full, go to a pub, it's full, they pay you your wage, everybody claps, you've gone home. That's good. That's success. You don't have to be a pop star. You don't have to be making millions to be successful if you can earn a good living from the entertainment business. So I like to tell those stories, what you don't see. And all I ask is that the entertainers give up their time for you, for your entertainment. And I bring you this in the form of a video. Firstly, to show you what their act is, then to talk about their act, how they got involved, and any stories along the way and what they aim to achieve from it. And some stories are pretty good because they're quite informative. They tell you a bit about the business. So if you want to get into the business, then it's fantastic. You know, I've done now probably 220 videos and still learning. All I ask from you on the showcase is to watch all the way through. Don't cost a lot. Sometimes my videos are 20, 30, 40 minutes long. These entertainers would be highly delighted if you can comment too. So on the YouTube video, if you've watched an entertainer, you've enjoyed the show, tell them. Some of the entertainers ask you what your favourite song is. Let's do that. Now, I've just learned of a new piece of software called Patreon. And I'm going to be introducing that to my site very soon. Patreon is where you can pay a monthly fee, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, whatever you choose, which helps the channel, helps people like me produce better content and get you different types of performers. And also you've got a request in there of the type of performer that you'd like to watch and listen to. Now, I have to be very careful with copyright because 90% of entertainers on here do play other people's songs. Now, that's okay playing it in a pub, but when you play it on the TV, you've got copyright. So you can only use the first 58 seconds, of the. So if you're doing Tina Turner's Simply the Best, you can only do 58 minutes. Otherwise, you get a copyright strike. I have to be very careful because I've got a lot of copyright infringement already on my channel through the videos that I've produced from acts, show reels and things like that. Now, you can send a show reel to an agent, not a problem. You can send a show reel to your friend, not a problem. But on here, it's very different. For TV, and the actual world of TV entertainment, everything is copyright protected. So having copyright strikes is very dangerous, and I have to be careful of that. So if you're going to be sending me videos, please make sure they're under 1 minute each song long. Still get a copyright notification, but it doesn't affect the channel. So when you see copyright on my channel, it's just YouTube. I've had to put it on there to say that the author allows you to use this. Now, I've had actors, Jonathan Lindsley, one of the best British actors around, worked alongside Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. Brilliant, brilliant man. Got great stories to tell. He doesn't charge me for this show. All he asks is that you maybe watch him on Facebook, follow him, and like what he does, because John's a great actor. He's retired, but he's still doing bits. But he's bringing the entertainment back to you, as are all the artists that I put on this show. I'd like to say a big thank you so far, 6 or 7 months into my show. 130,000 viewers, more than 6,000 subscribers. I need watch hours. So this is where I'm asking you politely, please watch my show. Watch some of the shows that you find interesting. Watch them all the way through. Don't skip, because it does affect the algorithm. Helps me produce better content. And I thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, email me or text me or add a message onto this video on YouTube. Thank you.